Hey doll lifers! Today we're in front of the porch build and I'm so excited to decorate for fall. So if you're into cute fall decor on a miniature scale, stick around. I'm CJ, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my channel, The Doll Life. I went ahead and removed the front porch so that I could have my work area. But before I get started on crafting, I would just like to say thank you for clicking on this video. And I would like to recognize all of my subscribers. You guys, you're awesome and you just don't understand how much your support means to me right now. Also, I would like to say that you were all so positive and kind in the comments of my previous videos. And I just want to say it's truly, truly admirable of you all. And I'm just so happy to have you here in the Doll Life community. I'm excited to start decorating, so let's get started. I'll start off by making the sign that goes on the porch. Normally what you see like wooden signs that people have on their front porch or in front of their door. I'm still not sure of how to select the proper sizing. So what I do is I create something and then I'll either enlarge it or shrink it down in size. Once I have it printed, then I can select from there. So let me get these cut out. Okay, so now that I have all of these cut, it's time to decide which one I'm going to use and then figure out what size foam board I need. So kind of have a line here. I'll just fold the top and bottom to see the length. So I have this scrap piece of foam board here and I think it'll work just fine. This, I think, is from when I first started crafting. You can see how rough my cuts were. They're still not straight, but they're not as rough as this anymore. It's all like a learning process. If I feel stuck, sometimes I just have to walk away and think about it. And it'll usually come to me like either right before I go to bed or when I wake up in the morning. It's like, aha, this is what I'm going to do. So I cut a piece of foam board and let's see if this will fit. Might have to make some adjustments. It's a little too wide. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little too wide. So let me trim some off of the foam board. Okay, here it is, a better fit. So next I'm going to go ahead and get it glued on. The back is not completely covered, but that's fine. I don't think this is, it's not bad for my first design that I made. So I'm gonna just go ahead and trim off these ends. Look at this. Next, I have this crafter square adhesive cork sheet that I purchased at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use this to make a front door mat. I cut a piece of the cork sheet and I'm going to glue this on. We're going to let this dry. What I'll do is cut another piece and try to draw something. No promises. I don't have any of the paint markers, but I do have these. Let's see what we can get. If it's atrocious, luckily I have more of the sheet, the cork sheet, and can come up with something else. No! Well, this is just a test mat now. Let's see what will happen if I trace it. I will try to draw a fall leaf. I don't know what the outcome will be. I'm not an artist. I don't draw. Yeah, I don't know. This looks like it wants to be a turkey. Let me start over. That'll have to work. And then we'll do L, E. Here's our welcome mat for now. I would like to layer this. I do have some fabric here. Maybe I'll come across something that'll work. I found a few pieces. This is some felt. So we can probably use that. I also found this. This may need a bit of ironing. I also found this. I think this is like one of those little dryer towels for your hair from Dollar Tree. And we can cut that. And I have this. Let's see. I came across this yarn. Let's see. Maybe we can glue around at the end. Yeah, I like that. And then put it on here or here. Okay, let me work on gluing this around the edges first. This is what we have now. I think it looks good with the border around it. This looks like a sack. This may be the better option. Let's see. It's not perfect, but look at that. I'm so excited. Okay, get our mats. Here's our finished product. It is so ready for Pier 1. I think it could use something in here and here, but I'm afraid to add more and mess it up, so I'll leave it as is. For the porch swing, I would like to make some throw pillows. So I created these in Canva. Hopefully this works. I'm not sure. I have them cut out, but what I realized is that I should have done the border wider. Let's just put a little dab at the ends. Glue that down. Okay. Now I only need glue here and here, halfway. Fold it. These are our paper pillows. I have these mini plants that I purchased from Five Below, and I like it for the basket here. I probably could have made it myself, but this is the deal. I'm getting the baskets and some little miniature plants. I would like to remove the green plants and somehow do something with these that I purchased from Dollar Tree. Can we pull? Is it going to be this entire thing? Oh, it's full of styrofoam, the entire thing. It's just going to be messy. Let me work on removing that. I have it removed, but it did this. So next I'm going to go in with hot glue and repair it. Yeah, I could have made this probably with a toilet paper roll and some jute twine, but I thought I was saving time with this. I ended up having to hot glue anyway. Next, let's pick out the flowers. I have these and different lengths. Okay, I think this is good for now. Multicolored. Next, I have these little mini pots, and I think I want to use, see how I cut these ends off? I'm going to use the little scraps. And I think I want to use this size. I'll use these two, and I'll just, let me cut it down. Like, I'll put some in like this. I'll use these. I don't want this. Maybe, let's see. Okay, this is cute. This is a possibility, but let me try with what I wanted to try. And then just squeeze that in there like that. And then we have this little weird plant. I don't know what it is, but that's gonna work. I have other items that I may use, but let me set up the porch scene. Then I'll see if these other items will be added to the scene or not. I'm making some planters to go in front of the porch right here and on this side. All I'm using is foam board. I cut it and made a little box with it. Gonna glue on the coffee stirrers, and then I'll put some type of shrubbery or something inside. This is my workspace as well, and I already have the porch up, so unfortunately I can't record that, but it's just a simple little box, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards before I put the shrubbery in. This is the first one, all done. I need to clean it up some. I have to start on the second one. Okay, so while I wait for the little planters to dry, I would like to paint, I thought about it, I would like to paint these flower pots like a terracotta color. So I'll see if I can create that color. So I looked it up yellow, red, orange, and black. I think I'm going to wait to add the black. Let's mix this up first to see what we get. This is what we have with the yellow, red, and orange. It looks terracotta on camera. I'm looking at it. But with my eyeballs view it, it's not. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add a dab, just a dab of black. Only that much. That's all I added. Let's see what we get. And it gave us dark terracotta. I wish that I would have thought about this before I glued the flowers in. So now I have to kind of work around it, but I'll paint it off camera because I'm trying not to get paint onto the porch. I have the flower pots painted. While the flower pots dry, I'm going to take the planters and add some of this glam gold. If you ever hear me say gold shimmer, this is what I'm referencing. Let me scrap the gold shimmer and do dark brown. Just want to kind of concentrate it here. This is what the other practice side looks like. And this is the side of it. I like this. So I'll try to do this again on the other side and in the front and then again on the other planter. I'm going to use some of this floral moss from Dollar Tree. I'm going to stuff it in the planter. And I'll do that off camera because my workspace is being occupied by this little front porch. So I'll be back after I glue it in. Here's what it looks like. I think they're cute. And here are the little flower pots. It didn't come out the terracotta that I would have liked, but they're still cute. If any of you color mixing experts can tell me what did I do wrong, what should I have done? I want to add a fall door wreath. And for that, I went to my Froggy Stuff's blog spot and printed out her, it's the same door. It's the same door here, but she put a wreath on it. Okay, let's try to get this door on. Next, we'll do the main porch level. So we're going to add our first planter and we're going to put that right here. And then we have this planter and we're going to place it right here. Next we come to our front porch, the main porch. And I think first I'm going to remove this. And we have this one. This is how it turned out. Not that it'll stay there, because we also have our sign. Let's see how I want to place this. Do I want it on the window like that? Next we have our little rug. And we're going to put that down here. The pillow here. Then we're going to add this pillow here. And then I think this one is too big, so I'm glad I did both. So we're going to use this one. Going to go right here. Here's our swing with the paper pillows. We have plants. Here. One on each step. This plant. There. Something else that I had was this harvest pick from Dollar Tree. It's like a topiary pumpkin. So I was going to pull this stick out. I also have these little pumpkin picks. I'm going to pull the pick out and just use the pumpkin. Might be too much. We'll see. I also have these that I purchased. They're black, gold, and white from Five Below. And now the final thing, I think the only thing left, this genius idea I had was to create some leaves. Initially, I bought the moss to scatter around the grass, but it's so messy. We're just gonna have green grass the entire fall and winter. Did make a printable with some leaves. I made all of these little leaves. This took forever. After I did these leaves, I started on some maple leaves. These were too detailed and I just didn't want to go through it after cutting all of these. I was like, no, we just want to have maple leaves. I don't even have a tree, so the leaves don't make sense, but it's just to add color variations to the scene. We're just going to sprinkle a few leaves. Being that I have the porch set up on my desk and this is the same area where I work and do crafts, I went ahead and set up this temporary workspace. This is a folding dinner table and I applied the removable wallpaper from Dollar Tree. And I use this table like if I'm sitting down watching television or something, and there's some little crafts that I would like to work on. I use this. That's why I have scratches and paint stains all over it. And this here is a cutting mat, a little small one from Dollar Tree. I don't want to leave this big empty space. I'll attempt to write fall right here. So it'll read welcome fall. Let me practice first. Something like this. Switch like this. Okay, you guys, let's see what we get. Welcome fall. We'll leave it as is. Next, I'm going to try to make a rake. Let's see how that turns out. I have a piece of clear packaging. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these off. I think I'm going to paint it black. Let's see if it'll stick. And let it dry. So what I'm going to use for a trash can is this empty water bottle. I'm going to go ahead and cut it maybe like right here. I have to be careful because this is really sharp. Maybe I can go over it with the hot glue gun to kind of dull it some. Let me try that. I'm going to paint the trash can and I have this. It says silver. It's like a metallic silver. While I wait for the first layer of paint to dry, I'm going to work on trash bags. Is a closure here and a closure here. So I'll cut here and that'll make one bag. And I'll just use tape to seal it off. I'll use this brown paper. It's Amazon packaging stuffing. And I'll tear off a few pieces, crumble them up, and put it in the bags so that it can appear as though they're full bags of leaves. Now we have our 2 bags of leaves. I'm going to use this for the rake handle. I'm going to cut this end off. I glue it. I have these 2 wires and I want to wrap it around this part here. I think I like the silver better. Okay, so here it is. If I can come up with a better way to make a rake, I will. But for now, this is good. Now let's get to our trash can. Hopefully it's completely dried. If not, then it's just gonna be, we're just gonna have the trash bag stuck in there. Okay, open it up. We have our trash can now, and it's a little beat up, just like a trash can. I wanted to try to make a jack-o'-lantern. Let's draw the face. This is so messy. Now, if you want to see the tutorial for this, you can visit C'est La Vie Dolls, and she has a tutorial on the jack-o'-lantern. Look at that. Let's put this on the porch. Ooh. That's neat. I think jack-o'-lanterns are more Halloween instead of fall decor. So what I may do is remove the jack-o'-lantern for now and bring it back for Halloween. I was preparing for the thumbnail and then I remembered I had these. So I'm going to pull these out of the planners and put these in and see which one I like better. Okay, this is the new one and this is the other one. I don't know. I like the pop of color. Let's see, what would it do if this would be too much? This might be too much. I don't know. Okay, so let me know in the comment section. when it comes to planters, box planter option 1, box planter option 2, or box planter option 3. I think for now I'll leave it as 1. If you can comment in the comment section. Okay guys, that is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Turn on those bell notifications so you'll be notified each time I make an upload, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!